Hey, my name is Jeff Quintin, and I live and work in Ocean City, New Jersey. I'm here with the Quintin Group and at Keller Williams. I've been in the real estate business since 1992, about 30 years now. We're on a small team, about 7 or 8 salespeople, about 4 or 5 different admin team. Last year, we closed about 200 transactions at 120 million, sold over 5,000 homes in my career, done over $1 billion in sales. And we work in a very small market, primarily a resort secondary investment market. People love the shore because one, Ocean City itself it's called America's Family Resort. It's a very family-oriented town. It's only 7 miles long, 1 mile wide. It's got a boardwalk. It's got great beaches, and it's a very safe environment. Before Real Geeks had a boomtown site, right? And one, it was very expensive. 2, it was a little bit more clunky the way things were designed in it. And then ultimately, I saw the Real Geeks platform and jumped over it right away. And I just liked because it seemed to be much more friendly the way it was operating. My agents liked it better. The searches were easy to set up. The way that the filters were inside of it, understanding what people are doing on the site at any time, ability, all that in itself just seemed to be a little bit more easy to work through. The buyer's list search, it's one of the most powerful tools I like to use, where I'm going in a listing appointment. I know the property value is going to be around $600,000. I can go into my buyer's list, or my agents can have access to all of our data. One of the greatest questions the seller asks is, do you have buyers for my home? I'm glad you asked. I'll do a search right there in front of them and show them, in fact, I do. There's 256 buyers right now that meet the criteria between $550,000 and $700,000 in your price point. When you decide to hire us, this group is going to get notified immediately about your home hitting the market. And in fact, take a look here. On here right now, it shows you, just take a look in the last 3 hours, these 16 buyers that have been searching on our site that matches your criteria of your property. Right here, live, right? That feature itself is a game changer. Then we also came across and said, you know what, all right, we know Real Geeks real well, and then there's another shiny object CRM that came along and said, well, we have all this AI and we do this and we do that and has all this features on it, which look cool. So we actually kept our Real Geeks site and then went ahead and migrated a lot of our data over to this other site, looked at it, worked with that in our team for probably about a year. Long story short, sales team came to me and goes, look, I don't know what you're spending for that over here. And by the way, the other one was like 2-3 times the expense. They're like, we like Real Geeks better. And I'm like, well, look, you guys are using it. We're going back home to Real Geeks. We're going back there, and that's where we are now, back to that. Look, if you're a solo agent, right, it's a simple way to get into the business, to have all your data in one place, have a pretty site that optimizes really well, drive leads into it. You can see what the team is doing. It's just an easy way to scale the business at a very reasonable cost, in my opinion. I've been around a long time. I've seen it all, right? But Real Geeks, in my opinion, provides the most for the least.